back to Yamcha Sessions, guys. My name is Jonathan Ng. I do events and I do part-time YouTube. Link in the description below.
I'm Andrew. I do e-commerce. Link is also in the description below.
I'm MC Black. I do MC for a living. Link in description below.
I'm Lashwin. I'm a chemical engineer, and during my free time, I write about cognitive psychology. And since you guys asked during the previous episode, I'll tell you a bit about what cognitive psychology is. It's just briefly, it's about how we perceive the world and make decisions about what we perceive.
Cognified.
Wow. Damn.
That's it.
That's actually interesting.
What do you mean that's it? The fuck? The weight of that sentences was really immense, man.
So, if you guys follow us on Instagram, you can also participate in our question, like, what would you like to hear about in podcasts and all that. So, we've got a few topics, but we feel as if one of the topics that stood out the most was online dating.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a very interesting topic by JS Tan 425. So today we're going to talk about online dating. I don't know how we're going to start though.
So wait, I think this is how we start. So who has done online dating before?
I've done online
I've
dating.
done.
Alright, you guys start.
Oh. Wait, actually, since all of us have already done online dating.
I've never done online dating.
I know. What are your thoughts about it? Like,
Fuck no, man.
why?
I just don't believe in online dating.
You don't. What about it do you not believe in?
Everything.
The online part?
Everything.
Like, you don't even believe in talking to people online?
We can talk, but is that dating? The fuck?
No, but what happens if you talk to someone online, you feel like it's a very big connection, and then you're like, hey,
I don't think you'll go to dating for me.
wow, that's very cut
No,
off.
but that's the whole purpose of it, right? Is to meet with someone that you would not usually meet and then actually meet them
I've
outside.
never done that shit before, and I don't think I will.
Do you think part of the reason why you're so opposed to it is because of the negative connotations that come with it? That when you tell someone, hey, this is my girlfriend. Oh, how did you two meet? Oh, we met on Tinder. Then that look.
I don't care actually about that. The point that I really care is that
Interesting.
you don't know who's behind it. You know? You never know what they will do with what you tell them.
They could always show you profile, like Facebook, Instagram.
But I think we are all
YouTube.
smart enough to know that what you see in picture or whatever in social media is what you don't see, you know?
Yeah, but what's the worst that can happen? You find out on first date and then
Yeah.
that's the end of it.
If I can, I would like to avoid that shit too. Yeah. I just don't believe in shit, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Like, I downloaded Tinder.
Mhm.
I made my profile. Yeah, I deleted Tinder.
Okay, maybe Tinder is just a one-dimensional thing. There's a lot of other apps out there.
Like what? Facebook. Bro, did you go to
Not
Facebook?
Facebook, no.
Ask my friend. Hi.
No, wait, there's so many different apps.
I've never downloaded it.
Yeah, because you
I can't
never
even
tried.
name you one, bro. I can only name you Tinder.
So, like for example, Tinder is one that's a bit on the sleazy side. It's a bit quicker than everything.
I think it's
and then-
saturated, that's why.
saturated and
Sure.
things like that. But John introduced me to Coffee Meets Bagel actually, and that the people on Coffee Meets Bagel are a bit more serious about things.
Yeah.
So it's a different kind of
They actually-
community altogether.
They actually push you to write a very, very lengthy description about yourself because they want you to know whether that person is real.
Yeah.
Like, you need to fulfill certain requirements, you have to answer certain questions.
I don't know, man. I just feel you can bullshit all of those.
True.
What was your experience with Coffee Meets Bagel?
So
You want to talk about it? We all know where this is gonna go.
So I've had one good experience definitely, and
Was it good?
yeah.
It's good.
How good?
You can tell he's so impatient. But why?
Let's not go into the details, but we actually met up and there was connection and everything like that, and we actually took it further than the first time.
Fine.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was from Coffee Meets Bagel. I think,
So, are you still in touch with her now? So,
Yeah?
yeah.
Fuck.
As
A
for
friend lah.
yeah.
but friend, that's
Yeah, still respectable though.
Yeah.
I don't know,
Still a
man.
connection.
You know what I think? I think that in society nowadays, as a city becomes more modernized, it's very difficult to meet new people, especially when you're working. And
Yeah,
maybe because
definitely.
you don't work 9 to 5 like we do. We have solid job, right? You only see colleague every day, bro, or client. So to meet someone new, it's like, bro, you don't go in the middle of Mid Valley and go like, hey, great weather.
You don't know the weather.
How you know? Maybe you're in between Starbucks there, you know, the gardens, Mid Valley, you're like, great weather. Then she look at you, huh?
Nani?
Yes, I know what she's doing. Though.
Yeah. So you it's so weird, and then people actually feel. People actually feel that if someone spoke to you in person, they trust you less compared to person speaking to you online. Think about it.
I don't know.
If a stranger talk to you online, you'll be like, this guy will call me or give me credit card or MLM.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's all about expectations because you're on the app knowing what you're getting yourself into.
Exactly.
But
So the alternative is like cold approach, right? You meet someone on the train or something like that.
Sure.
You go walk up to someone and you're like, okay, like you have to make the decision like, okay, she's hot, but is she single? I don't know anything about this
Yeah,
girl.
bro.
I don't know how to start a
But what makes
conversation.
you
There's no
think-
profile before that.
What?
For me to do this approach.
What makes you
things like
think
that.
if they
And
say
when-
they're single in the profile, then like this guy is single? For all I know, they could have another.
I mean,
Yeah.
at least,
I mean,
It
like,
should be
we can
better
put in
going-
context, like, for example, I know a friend who's dating a girl. The girl didn't knew that the guy has a wife.
Yeah, possible.
It is very possible.
It's entirely possible.
There you go.
but I mean, at least you
the
have
ways is-
reason to believe that person is single.
Too risky.
You have reason to
That
believe
could
it.
happen on the train also. It's like you can go on
I mean,
the train
like,
and she could
John, if
be
you
like,
see a girl so hot, you just go to her. Wow, you're beautiful.
The girl might run away and call you.
Right? You say
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
beautiful, right?
Okay, that's not the point. That's the thing. There's no success for that because I feel there's a lack of trust in society nowadays because there's so many con artists and shit in person.
And in online.
True that.
so there's no difference there.
But in on. Let's
At least
put it
online
this way.
is easier to break the ice, I think.
Yeah, for
It
sure.
is, yeah.
There are pictures, so you can see the picture and like, okay, maybe this guy is into outdoor sports. You can talk about that.
Yep.
But if you see someone that is, let's say, I don't know, in the park, right? You'll be like, I think this guy like Adidas, but he's also wearing Nike pants. I can't tell. Is this person loyal? So many things run through your mind.
Yep.
But these things are not listed down. Whereas online dating lists things down. So even if you talk to that person, and I feel that human beings are very smart in knowing and like finding out, I think this guy is very shady, I don't talk to him. The moment you talk to the person online, the guy has to be really good. If the guy is not good, then you're like, I think this guy damn shady lah, bro. Then you shout next person lah. Like Andrew's example, he saw this girl on Coffee Meets Bagel, I forgot, on one app,
Yeah.
and you saw that she studied in the US. Then you're like, wow, this girl studied in the US, profile all filled out and all shit. Then he saw another profile. It's the same girl, same picture, but studied in Australia.
She studied in UK and Australia at the same time.
US. But yeah, so that's when Andrew was like, she can't drop lah. Then you can swipe left.
The risk is too great.
Okay, I mean, okay. So if you are opposed to,
I'm not opposing.
On-
I just don't feel like.
if you want online date,
Yes.
and hypothetically, if you worked full-time 9 to 5, how do you propose you get into a relationship?
Yeah, how do you meet a girl?
I already have a girl. Well,
Hypothetically, you don't have.
okay.
So what's your game plan?
Yeah.
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 What's my game plan? Okay, I think first you have to see the nature of your work.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So given in my nature, I'm blessed with meeting people.
Alright.
That's
Okay.
true.
Fair.
So good. If you're a granny or you know.
I'm an engineer. I don't meet Jack.
Okay.
So he's an engineer, doesn't even meet girls,
Yeah.
bro.
So then this is an issue. So maybe we should try to go to the government and say hire more ladies in the engineering.
There are different ways of doing things. Like you can go for dance classes.
Oh.
You can
Yeah,
go for
things
art.
like that. So there's this other app called Meetup, right? So on this app, you people
meet up?
publish meetup groups, and
Sure.
you meet.
Is it
You
nice or
go
not?
to the same area
Interest.
of interest or something like that, and some people use that as dating.
Could be a book
Oh,
club.
that's interesting.
Yeah, a book club, things like that.
Or maybe you could
So
go
it's
yoga,
quite-
bro.
You see, but technically, that's kind of like
That's
online
kind
dating.
of online
Because
You're
you
finding
meet-
meetup
yeah.
groups.
That actually kind of sucks because like if I was interested in books, right, and I go for
Then you like people just come here about fucks and dating,
Yeah,
bro.
and then-
Ayo.
then this guy comes up to me and wants to shag me. I'm like, dude, I'm here for books, man. Right?
Then
It's-
you make it clear, lah.
yeah, but it's like, you know, you're
It's not a
tarnishing
one-time thing,
you're
lah.
tarnishing like the entire point of
Yeah,
meetups,
yeah.
right? But I guess that's a separate
Fair enough.
conversation now, you know.
But you gotta meet people somehow, right? Either through work or through
I can
through
tell you,
similar interests or something.
I can tell you, as time goes by, things may change, but people still need to fuck, right? And the way people meet is probably just gonna change. That's it.
That's
Like,
sad as shit,
bro, if you go back in time, right, like 1950s lah, okay? If you didn't marry someone you meet in primary school, you're fucking weird. That type of thing. Like, oh, I knew her since primary school.
Bro,
Then
I'm Indian, bro. Arranged marriage.
that's what I'm saying.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
That's the
So
worst kind
I
of
think
online
perception of how you meet someone in the future is just like it's gonna, whether you like it or not, it's gonna move on anyway lah.
But the trust in the online world is gonna
Bro, I met Jen off YouTube, bro.
I know, maybe you consider yourself lucky lah, man.
Dude, you know my ex, I met on Tinder. Okay? You know how fucking weird it was? Like, she used to come by and be like, hey, babe, can I use your toilet? And then like, okay. Goes inside, start, you can hear, the whole house can hear, and I'm like, wow. Then I'm just looking at my mom, she's looking at me, and she's like, is she okay? I'm like, I think so. Then she comes out, sorry, hi auntie, like that. Bro, that's fucking weird.
I'm glad I was in the US at that time because that's fucked up.
Dude, it's fucking weird, man. But honestly, I learned a shitload. Like,
Yeah,
you learn,
clearly.
you learn how like weird people can get. You learn how like, oh my god, this fella definitely could only survive in this era because if they didn't have online dating last time, she would have died single.
I actually think, like, you know, prior to this podcast, Ashwin made a very good point about how the online dating world is very different depending if you're male or female.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, if you're male, we can afford to take
These kind of
girls who, you know, who like dry heave more than dry heave probably, right? Whatever they're doing in the toilet. But as a female, I don't know that you can take that risk. Simply because you inherently shoulder more responsibility in the form of pregnancies, in the form of rape, in the form of like natural selection playing
Yeah.
the way
It's
it does.
unfortunate that we don't have a girl here to discuss.
It's alright, it's alright.
Yeah, maybe we can find one in Tinder.
Hey, up, bro.
You have a podcast?
I think it's difficult lah for a girl, no doubt. But like, there are pros and cons to every gender, right? Like, okay,
Guy,
lah.
you maybe can date. You found out it's
I can tell you, the girl has the upper hand in choosing the guy.
Well, obviously. Yeah.
So although we may not shoulder like the huge responsibility of getting pregnant, raped, or whatever, or getting hurt, they have the choice. So technically, they can just choose.
And I'm sure they have their own screening procedures.
Yeah.
Sure, definitely, yeah.
And I'm sure
They have to
also,
have-
online dating. Sorry to cut you off, but like online dating also, you meet in public place lah. You be smart lah.
Yeah.
You don't go like, hey, let's meet in that shady lorong.
Yeah, but anyone with half a brain and some like malintent would be smart enough to meet at a public place, garner that trust.
Have you
and
tried
then,
before? Online
Yeah,
dating?
I have
Oh,
once,
bro, I've
yeah.
never tried that shit before, man.
Personally, to me, it was very unorganic. It felt very weird. It felt very staged.
Yeah, it's gonna be so weird.
It felt
man.
very
It definitely takes
artificial.
some getting used to,
'Cause
like you're meeting someone cold.
You
for
just
the first
imagine
time. Just like any other date.
you
but
go there, she doesn't talk, and then you have to crack shit up.
yeah, you got
But yeah, that's
That's me.
both you and me our whole life. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean if you remember, so
I mean, to be honest, I honestly think that actually trained me into a better conversationalist than I was before.
bro, the stress is real.
It's not stress. It's trying to connect to someone, and if that person doesn't reciprocate, it's okay, and you just move on.
Yeah.
Damn.
And
It's better-
That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's-
the whole story.
It's better to do
right?
that versus let's say your friend say, hey, dude, I know my friend since high school. You want to meet her or not? Then you meet her, then you like feel bad, you know. You're like,
Yeah.
oh.
Because your friend is also involved.
Yeah,
Maybe
and like,
setting
hey,
you up
she's
and
quite a
whatever.
bitch lah. But you don't say that because she's your, like, let's say, hey, Pogi, I know this girl, she damn cool one. Then you hear like, wait, Bianca's quite a bitch, bro. Then you're like, wait, Bianca's a nice person. You ruin the friendship,
Oh,
bro.
you know it's Bianca.
Yeah, well, her name is Bianca.
You still remember the
As an example. Or Selena.
There's only one.
So you went red, right?
Or Selena. So
Okay,
I don't know,
Selena.
right? So you don't want to risk that friendship recommendation also.
Yeah.
So in the end, the least risk is online dating. Technically.
Yeah, I think like some people are fortunate enough to meet their significant other at some early stage in life where they had the opportunities to to connect
That's
in
why, guys,
school or whatever.
When
right?
you're in college, find for your loved ones.
No.
Okay.
That's terrible advice.
Keep
terrible
her
advice.
and keep her. Okay?
No, that's
Yeah.
terrible advice. Don't listen to him. That's full of shit.
Don't listen to him.
Bro, staying in a relationship solely because you met the person not online.
I mean-
it's
I mean,
very
no.
bad.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you really love her, then it's good lah. If no, then there are other ways to do in future. you
Like,
know?
let's say lah.
I got mine in college, and I'm still with her right now. I'm fine.
I give you an example.
Okay.
Alright. I know this lady who met her husband in college.
Alright.
Right. They got married. They had a
Okay.
kid. The guy started drinking, started abusing her, started whacking her,
I
whacking
mean,
the son.
that one unfortunate lah.
Oh,
Whatever I
but
can do.
for you, how lah like that? Because met in school, bro.
There's nothing to do when they met at school lah.
That's what I'm saying. some people I know meet online, they fucking happy, bro.
I know.
Yeah.
Because the profile is exact match.
But if I found mine in college, then just stick to it lah.
No lah, I'm saying lah. That's what I'm saying.
okay,
No
okay.
reason for you to stay if the fella
I
is
mean, but
like,
I would love to definitely try online dating, but I cannot do that lah. Fuck lah.
wow. I don't know how to feel about the response.
Fuck lah. Maybe I go back home, ask my girlfriend, okay babe, we do online dating.
I hope she's not fucking listening.
I do online dating and you do online dating, and we see who gets the partner. Is it me or you?
She's gonna win,
She's gonna win.
What the fuck?
hands down.
Bro, even if you flash your 6-pack, I can tell you she'll win. Because all she gotta do is just. Dude, she fat as fuck, she ugly as fuck, she missing an arm also. I bet she just did this with the other arm, she can still get more than you, okay?
She would need the right angle to hide the missing arm, though. I think. Yeah.
But she that hot.
You know what?
Like imagine a Scarlett Johansson missing an arm.
No issue. I'm fine.
That's what I'm saying. We have very low standards. Do you know why? Because males just want to fuck. We just want to fuck. Fuck.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
No. Instinctively, when you see, you just I can.
Guys, we are just worried for the survivability of humanity. That's it. That's all you want to do, man.
No, because it's within our nature to populate. It's not. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, dude. For the love of God, don't misinterpret that at all, man. It's just within our nature. Whereas a woman wants to select the best partner possible and hold on to him because that guy can jaga the child. It's the truth, but it's
But
genetics.
It's actual natural selection.
Yeah.
It's like an evolutionary
It must
thing.
be hard being a guy, eh? Damn.
No, it's hard being a girl too. What happens if you choose the wrong guy and then become like
Must be hard being
Ted
a girl
Bundy?
too. Oh shit.
Yeah, the world is tough. That's why online dating.
I guess I'll never know.
I think online dating can actually be a blessing, and in the future, I think that's how everybody's gonna meet.
I think we just need to be smart on
Bro,
how
you know when I was in Saujana, I thought my world was Saujana, bro. I thought fun lah.
Oh
That's
yeah.
it. I thought
this is my options.
I thought yeah. I thought these are all the girls. Then I go to college. I'm like
Jesus Christ.
my God.
On a motorbike.
I even see the Saujana girls go and they're like, wow, they just became a Charizard from Charmeleon, bro. Then
God damn it, I went to the wrong college.
I didn't go to the I went to the
then you go abroad, you go overseas
Then
somewhere.
Ah,
Then you like,
Damn.
But then you come back to Malaysia to
Then you're
work,
like, "Hey."
and then you are stuck in that hellhole. You went full circle, bitch.
but you know that's what I'm saying, right? So your perception always changes every time, and it keeps changing. But then you always think that that's your limit. But then online dating really shuts down all those borders, bro. I used to like chat with this girl when I was in Form 2. She lived in Perth. And I thought like, wow, this connection is great, man. If only she was Malaysian. And she used to think, fuck man, if only you were Malaysian. I mean, Australian, and we could date. That's all we thought. I talked to her every day, bro. I come back, MSN Messenger, talk to her.
MSN.
And like, I felt like in real life, the girls are stupid. I'm like, dude, these girls all fucking no brain one. They fucking all know how to do the same shit, know how to talk about the same thing, and they all just do the same shit. They all talk to each other only one. And I'm like, no fucking brains one. But I talk to this girl so intellectual, reads different material, she watches different movies. I could relate to her so much. So I felt as if there was more of a connection with this girl I met online versus the girls I actually meet in class, which are morons that time. Bro, they're morons, bro.
Yeah.
Can't deny it.
There's also the other aspect of online dating where you have the options, and that makes it more difficult for you to stay in a relationship
Oh.
for long enough for it to become a long-term relationship. you see. So
That's a very
another
different element. Yeah.
Other
very
aspect to it. It's very accessible.
Do you feel that
now.
you always have that problem?
I don't.
I don't have that problem.
Because like it takes a while for me to choose a person, but once I've chosen that person,
You
I
try
stick
to,
with it lah. But that's just me.
No, same here. Like you try to build that connection more.
Right.
Yeah.
But if I don't feel it, in the
But it's
beginning,
always at the back of the head. You kind of know, when. But things get kind of difficult when you're having a fight or something in the early days.
Yeah,
You see,
true.
when you have that at the back of the head, where it's just
Right.
like, oh, fuck this shit. Why do I need to deal with this shit?
Yeah.
A whole array of women not really lah, but
but
Is
I mean, conversely, I think a woman feels the same way, and
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
totally an understandable thing in online dating because of the myriad of options you
Yes.
are presented to you at your feet.
exactly,
You're
and,
like,
that,
fuck.
and that changes the whole dynamic of things compared to back in the day.
That's very interesting. Yeah. I've never actually gone that far. I've only been on that first date, and then it didn't feel right, and so I never spoke to her again. And so I've never gone as far as to think about all these different dynamics. It's very interesting.
Wow, really? You've never gone beyond?
No, yeah. Again, like it felt very odd to me, and so I decided to stop, and like that's it.
I always try to make every conversation with a girl I met new. Yeah, like so interesting.
Yeah, something I gotta try. Fucking hard, bro.
It's difficult because I think in our generation, it's that bridging of the gap between the old and the new and the acceptance of online dating, and it's kind of like introducing something new. When you introduce something new, you have to form, how do you say,
certain ethics codes
yeah,
and
an etiquette.
normalities. Etiquette along.
So
that
like
goes along with that.
yeah, so if you meet a girl for the first time, let's say let's meet at 8-ounce coffee in between Gardens and Valley.
And shit, oh my god, I love the coffee. Done.
No, it's not.
It is done for me.
Because when
not.
I met a girl on a date there long time ago. I actually sat down. It was fucking weird. Like so hard to talk to her and all that. Like and she was very quiet. She was just waiting for me to say something. And then I said something. She just said, "Yeah, no, I don't feel like it." That type of thing. And it was very difficult. So it's kind of like you're playing squash. You're supposed to be playing tennis for a conversation.
Yeah.
Then after that, I just said, you know what, this is not gonna work out. I just said like I feel like the conversation's not flowing, and I feel like I'm just talking. So I mean, I'll give you the coffee. It's fine. It's on me. But I'm gonna head on back.
Then what she say?
Then she said, "Oh, I'm so sorry you felt that way." I'm like, "Nah, don't worry about it. Maybe
No,
it's
you
just
should
not us."
ask her what you feel though. It'll be great
No,
to
I
see
didn't.
how she feel.
Yeah,
I mean, she said, "I'm sorry if you feel that way." It can't make me think that she felt that it could work out.
Sometimes I think even if the conversation went on, like I went out on a date with this guy, I forgot where, but it was in Mid Valley also. Then we had lunch and all that. After I went back, right, I felt like,
Not
did I really connect with her, or was I just being sociable?
Yeah, I think you have to be very truthful to yourself, right? You
Yeah.
have to be
Then I
very,
just
very
said I don't think
honest.
it's gonna work out. I mean, I'm very happy. She just got married also. I'm like, wow, damn.
Damn,
So happy for her.
Yeah.
But I'm like, yeah, I made the right call. I was thinking to myself, and she was actually very persistent. She was like, "Oh, you don't want to go on a second date?" I'm like, I mean, I felt like the conversation was great, but I just feel like I didn't connect with you. And that's a very different thing. I think it's also because in Malaysia, when you find someone that can speak good English, you automatically assume that, oh fuck, this guy is a very smart intellectual and all that. But actually, like, you're trying to bend over backwards to connect with that person sometimes.
Very fascinating.
Yeah. So after a lot of dates, did I realize that like, wow, fuck, it's not even about the conversation. It's not even about the level of English. It's actually about whether I connect with the person.
Yeah.
Like, can I look at that person and be like, you know what, link him up? Because you don't.
Yeah, that takes time though.
No. I like Jen and I, we looked at each other like,
Then we know.
Yeah, I guess maybe you guys were lucky, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think it depends lah. But for me, I'm a total advocate for it, and I feel that in the future it's only going to get better because of the cementing of these etiquettes.
I've never tried before, no comment. What do you think, Lashwin?
No further comment.
No, you?
what?
I definitely think you should try it. Yeah, if
Yeah,
it suits you, it
definitely.
suits you. If it doesn't, no shame.
I think you should go out there, put your stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Yeah,
Andrew.
the
I'm
etiquette thing, I
jet
think
free.
is the etiquette thing. I think you're right. It's building, and but like you said as well about the squash and the tennis thing. There's no back and forth.
Yeah.
That is also, I think, because women have too many options and they're just sitting down there
Waiting.
interviewing you instead of trying to.
Vice versa, men also.
Yeah.
Men also.
Straight up.
But you know what can really help? And I realized this, like I usually have two methods. One is a structured conversation where I always ask like, oh, so what do you do?
Right.
What you study?
Oh, you
Like, I have a
force her to ask.
No.
answer.
I have a standard amount of questions that I ask, like, oh, where do you study? Oh, what do you like? And these type of things, like, what are your hobbies?
Hopefully that leads into some
Segue.
Segue, yeah.
The second thing is also like you could do this, but it's kind of awkward. Like you bring a certain type of like Uno or Monopoly deal, and then it really helps break the ice. And I've done that before as well.
I've never thought
I just
of that.
did it, and she was like, "What do you bring Monopoly deal?" I'm like, "Bring
This
me."
is a fucking awesome game.
Yeah.
I just thought like, I just thought that if you didn't like Monopoly deal, the date wouldn't work out. And she was like, "Let's play." Then just
Ah, okay.
Then I played Monopoly deal with her, and I had coffee. Then I'm like, "No, it's not working out, man."
Bro, she won, is it?
She won. I'm not gonna further comment on that. But I'm just saying, it's a way to go through it. So like the etiquette thing, it's gonna be better in the end.
Yeah.
In fact, I bet there are gonna be apps in the end that recommend you certain topics because of the certain interest that you have.
GG lah, bro.
So things are only gonna get better lah, to me.
Y'all should watch Black Mirror, episode 4, season 4. Hang the DJ.
Bro!
Very relevant to this conversation, don't
Yeah.
worry.
You should watch it also.
I
bro.
will watch that. Man.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Let us know what you guys think in the comment section below, whether online dating is a yay or a nay. Follow.
What's
Yeah, I
your
guess so.
Neutral.
Whatever this is.
A hey.
Or neutral, I guess.
Yeah. Right.
Alright, see you guys next week.
Comment, like, subscribe, follow us on Instagram.